Or, as you approach Yingriff, she tenses but does not run. Her eyes go wide when she meets your own, shoulders high with a hunted look etched into her long face. Mordred stares in your grasp, pulling desperately toward the figure in the crowd.
Who are you? What are you doing here?
You acted like a haunted woman. Why? I'm a friend, or I could be. I'm here at Mordred's request.
I had thought... I hoped to never...
Rubs a shaking hand across her eyes, which are red rimmed and bloodshot.
Why did you bring it here?
She sinks back against the stone in the doorway and hangs her head.
You said you would come back for me, but you never did.
Mordred's voice is unsteady, strained. It pulled towards Yingriff as if it were a needle and she a lodestone.
Alone for all those years, picked up and discarded by countless strange hands, hoping every time that they might be yours. What did I do wrong?
What did they ever do to you?
It was no fault of yours. It is I who am to blame.
Gibson kneels and lays a scarred, attentive hand on the flat of Morbian's blade. You abandoned her. I don't know. You clearly care for Morbius. What happened?
It was shame.
Gangif runs her fingers tightly around the length of the blade. Mordia leans into her touch, warms beneath it.
I was born a cipher. As a young woman, I was apprenticed to a master animancer. He was keen to refine the art of housing souls, and he believed someone of my abilities might be an asset to his aim. My parents made a pretty copper on that deal.
It's on the ground and grimaces.
When I left him, I took Moldware with me. I thought it was my responsibility to look after it. I decided that my penance for Moldware's creation would be to hunt those who used animancy for terrible ends.
You did your penance thing.
For a time, I took a position with Dunreed Row in Defiance Bay. I saw things that haunt my nights still. With every unscrupulous animancer brought to justice, my guilt grew, knowing I was their equal in the evils done.
She shifts her weight from foot to foot, unable to meet your eyes.
I fled for Deadfire to the Principe, but I was too naive to know that shame has fleet feet. It devoured me. I thought if Moldware were gone, I might finally be free of my shame. How foolish I was.
Oh, obviously.
But what of you? What do you want?
Takes an unsteady breath and turns her attention back to Morley.
I don't remember my life before, so I can't hate you for stealing it from me. I don't know if I'll ever be able to forgive your betrayal, but...
Sword leans heavily on Yungriff, pressing the hilt into your thigh.
I would still prefer to stay with Ingfrith if she would have me.
Not sure that's a good idea, but if he wants to go, you know.
But I care for you as well.
Sword leans away from Yungriff and towards you. It presses into your leg.
I have to wonder, what'll happen to me after both of you die? Can my soul even return to the wheel? Though I've only known life as a weapon and I've no desire to die, neither do I want to live forever. I'm only a weapon. A tool. And even though you're still a ham-handed halfwit, I trust you. So you decide.
I'll take up Yanville's duty to Modware if he's so determined to abdicate it.
You're right. After what I've done, I have no claim to it.
Oh, Grimma says she glances once at the sword then quickly away. She turns to leave. She walks slowly as if waiting for someone to call after her. Well, just says nothing, and neither do you. You feel a feather-like touch on your mind. Countless voices swell, and their ethereal tongues speak only apologies. Then, like the breeze, so bad. Whoa, 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 whoa! No, you know what? I think that's a good idea. Ooh.
Hey, so
Hot and cold.
we need to talk about what happened with Ingfrith.
Time to
Good? Bad? I don't know how to feel. Should I be angry she was willing to let me go? Should I be happy you wanted to stay with me?
reasonable for you to feel both. I mean, that's a lot for a person to.
Could you stop being right all the time?
But I can't
Hate
help
it.
it. See, at least she has the wisdom to understand that I'm smart.
You know what? You're right. We're good. I'm happy. The past is past, and all that emotionally healthy philosophical shit people say when they want to pretend they're over something. Hey. Thanks. You know, for everything.
Want you to be happy.
Ew. I think your sincerity's rubbing off on me. What will the other weapons think?
Well, they're just gonna have to get used to it.
Before you get all bent out of shape. I'm kidding. Mostly.
Oh, which has helped Bingans to emanate a gentle glow. Its size and hot warm, soothing and familiar. Till the sword's words fade, the warmth remains. Ah. Get that on anybody. Yeah.
I must say, our adventures together have been a welcome change of pace.
Caleb approaches you, looking more at ease than you've ever seen him in a while.
I know I expressed my doubts about you earlier. I take them all back.
Oh, is this him finally warming up to me? You gotta be kidding me, right? Right. Okay. Thanks, Caleb. I appreciate your company too.
When we first met in the Deerwood, you were struggling for your sanity. Now you're fighting for your soul.
Then you're fighting for your soul. He pauses.
I can't imagine the weight of that burden. And yet you've borne it, and more remarkably.
You seem to be holding up pretty well yourself.
I'm glad it appears so, though I'm hardly in the same position as you.
He gives you almost.
The gods have sent you after Aethys, and every power of note in Deadfire has their own plans for you.
What's his head?
That puts you in a position of incredible influence. I've known you to be a person of rare kindness.
Gives you a warm smile.
Still, I'm pleased to see that you don't take your responsibilities lightly.
I have a duty to do right in the world.
We all do. But so few of us are in the position to do so much. I hope you'll remember this in the days to come.
Gives you a thoughtful nod. Well, he finally warmed up to me. Only took having 7 bajillion years. Lord. Finally.
What's a good word, Scuttler?
Gala, hey. Andra's watery embrace.
He's well scuttled then. Blimey, you're keen at this. There's more work in your future. Just give me the usual signal, eh?
Hey, what play do you have?
You'll be scuttling a Valian captain next. Rock Stomper Rodul is a mountain dwarf with a penchant for sinking freedom lovers.
Penchant,
so you'll
eh?
be doing me a personal favour scuttling his craft.
I'll take the bounty.
I've no doubt you'll deliver on your word. Rodul commands the galleon Goat's Horn in the open waters east of Nekataka.
Lovely, love.
Strange.
At once. For the Republic!
Speak freely.
Sentinel Hill. Something's not quite right, but you can't place why. You realise, then, silence. The wind does not whisper across the skin or stir the tops of trees. Birds do not whistle and shriek. The chirp of insects is gone. Rounding a corner, the sounds of distant chanting find you. You can't make out the words, only the low drone of many voices raised in unison. You come upon a rocky switchback path leading up the side step of the mountain. The chanting voices are louder here, but you still can't make sense of the words. Sneak closer. I've got a ranger, come on. You creep up the path and discover a chorus of spirits floating in the clearing ahead of you. As you do, your boots crunch on stones. One misstep sends you feet skidding out from under you. The spirits surround the central figure, and they all turn their heads, ghostly eyes at you. Like any other time you do like a stealth thing, it does it on everybody else, if you know what I mean. Come, sisters, we shall call down the power. That sounds pleasant, whatever that is. Ancient Wraith.
Yes?
Not possible, I'm afraid.
I mean, what? As you traverse the island, you arrive at an area that appears to be untouched by Kef hands. Lush plants grow in richest abundance around the entrance to several caves, and you can hear the sounds and animals and insects over the crash of waves on the beach behind you. When you walk closer, however, you notice that one of the cave entrances is too uniformly structured to have been created by nature alone. Inspecting it reveals a doorway carved into the aperture of the cave. The door no longer stands there now. Okay.
Be cautious. Be constant.
Yeah, I can do that for both of us, don't you? Dargo corpse here. Lovely. I know these things again.
A question, Watcher?
Speed up. Isolated beach, or Beth was it? As you make your way along the road, you notice a light dimming as if the shadow has fallen over you. You glance around, unsure to where it's coming from. The air feels thick, pregnant with unseen energy. The road ahead looks clear, but you've been deceived by appearances before. Yes, we certainly have. You don't detect anything resembling conventional Keth magic. I would advise caution. Aloth flutters his fingers over his grimoires, eyes scanning the surroundings. Gonna have religion. You're good at everything else, so A large stone stands just off the road. As your head swims as you approach it, behind it you locate an unusual collection of bones and sticks. A small, wilder totem that glows balefully, its power disturbing the essence around it. Use a ward stone of darkness on the totem. I have that. I must have that. You move it to the totem, stone held high, and stand before it, allowing the essence around it to enshroud you in inky darkness. The ringing resolves into sibilant whispers, perhaps the murmuring of a myriad of wandering souls. Holy. When you open your eyes, your vision has cleared, and a large naga looms before you. A crest frames its head, and the bones and bits of coral hang from the leather thongs around its neck. Its forked tongue flickers out as it peers at you. Why would I bow at it? Bow your head. You hear the naga shift slightly, and then you feel its hand rest upon the back of your head. When you look up, it bows its own head to you. Okay, that's a bit weird, but alright. It reaches among its many necklaces and pulls one free. It presses the item into your hand, then slithers back, gesturing for you to be on your way. Okay. Why would I want to be on my way? So, do I want to battle with them? Why would I don't want to go my way? I want to figure out where this is gone. No. And we'll come back to that area. The jungle grows increasingly dense as you travel east. The shade provided by the canopy above does little to mitigate the heat, moisture, and the perpetual choir of insects thicken the air. The path rises to a sharp incline as your legs ache as you ascend. Slowly the jungle thins and you find yourself atop a long ridge. Before you spreads a yawning chasm. It stretches from the mountains in the north towards the sea to the south, and you can make out the bottom of the darkness. Curiously, a rope spans the divide. From the top of the cliff, you can look back over the western expanse of the island. The Deadfire shimmers blue towards the horizon. The islands of Riku just visible to the south. You can even make out the junk at anchor in the distance, which I don't know why, because I'm pretty sure Riku is south. Yes, it's south, and my ship is definitely north. So I don't know how we can see a ship if it's behind us. You know, I'm just saying. I'm pretty sure I'm north, but well, I guess we'll wait and see. It's as if the entire eastern side of the island was washed up out of the ground, or perhaps the western half sunk into the sea. As long as you know what this place is. We Tiki Haku, we know. But we don't have history on anybody. Well, you got history, I suppose. Shakes his head, I will say, sorry, no idea. Okay then. Search the surrounding area. There's nothing overly suspicious. Certainly no sign of traps. Recent footprints crowd the rocks the rope is anchored to, though Kef and Ogre both. Several sets, it looks like. Okay, cross the rope. Examine it, please. 9. Mysteries, that would be it. I'm not sure what to tell you. It looks like a normal rope. Should be safe to cross. Yeah, no. I've done that one before. The rope creaks as you grab hold and shimmy onto it. You pull yourself across hand by hand until you hang suspended over the gorge. Your muscles tingle and your hands burn, and you've got further left to go than you've already crossed. Oh, I can't turn back now. You continue across the gorge, your sweat dripping into the abyss below you. At last you reach the safety of the far side. Everybody else. Beyond the canyon, the jungle opens up into a broad field interspersed with huge fruit-dotted trees. The jungle continues towards the mountains to the north, but to the southeast the Deadfire is visible above a sharp decline towards the shore. Oh, great! What draws your eyes, however, is the sight that rises before you. One of the trees, blackened and blistered by flame, hosts a number of Azuma-sai corpses suspended by the neck. I was hoping never to see anything like this again, Aloth says, frowning sadly at the tree. Again? What do you mean again? I suppose it was naive to think this kind of cruelty would be unique to the Deerwood. Nearby movement and voices grab your attention. You see, of all people, 4 members of your crew standing around the base of the tree. You should bury them. It's what they want and what the gods demand. Sure, right after we finish going through their pockets. We don't have pockets, strictly speaking. Hey, frowns, if anyone else is worried about this, who did this, it clearly wasn't the beast or Keth. Yeah, what are you guys doing out here? That'd be the best one there. Because they look like ogre prints to me. Great. Doing here. We were out gathering supplies for junk, Captain, just as we always do when we're docked. The hand points at the trees. No. There was no danger you guys were ahead of me. No chance of that. Definitely be the Belligerent, but I'm really surprised that they're ahead of me. That's quite difficult for me to see that one. Looks at we're sailors, Captain. Climbing is part of the job. Besides, there was a rope. The line over the gorge wasn't yours then. I doubt any of us even own rope that doesn't belong to junk. I own a rope. It's 8 feet long and it's in fine condition, thank you. Yeah, I'm suspicious of that. So we're going to bury them. I would rummage through them evilly. I'll probably rummage through them, but I don't think I'll be doing that today. Of course, Captain. We'll see you. Alright. Nice. Yeah. We don't care about that now. Haha. Yeah, you can roll your eyes all you want. A few moments later, excuse me, Captain. Whoever might want to see this. They look special. The sailor prints a pair of Juana shoes. They're a little sooty, but otherwise no worse for wear. Now, did I ask any of them that rummage through their stuff? Search the area. Waves over and points out a few oddities. While the clothing these Amora wear resembles that of the Hawaiian, their favour hides the leather over cloth and shell. Some were stabbed before they were hung, bearing wounds consistent with daggers or swords. A few have their throats slit. If you have burn marks, the shoe was clearly burned before they were killed. Search for the presence of spirits. Oh great, you see the spirits at the edge of your vision almost without trying. When you open yourself to their presence, they wash over you, a torrential rush of blistering pain and icy fear. The foreign Kith jostle you with shoulder and elbow, prod you with blade and spear. Their armour, too heavy for the Deadfire, shines in the firelight, as if they were virtuous. No, there's no virtue in these godless raiders. They killed the young druid, they broke the elder's staff, and stole the doctor's herbs. Now they burn Amira's tree. Will ever again host every colour known to God or Kith against the perfect azure dome of the sky. You pray to the gods. Right, what more can these foreigners take from you, you wonder, as they cut off lengths of rope? Your head. The vision ends abruptly, washing away the water over the side of the ship's deck. You cross the clearing, leaving the morbid tree behind, and re-enter the jungle. Labs coal mine. And that's where I wanted to enter. In the distance, you spy a mine set in the side of the hull. Its entrance is barely peeking out from between the trees. Take up the mine. As you near the mine, a loud explosion rocks the ground. A flurry of terrified bursts from nearby trees, and a massive cloud of dust rockets out the cave mouth. Fantastic. So that means we get stuck in the mine, or?
Will do.
Well, not the first time I've been surrounded with explosives. And hopefully not the last.
Hopefully not the last. Can't see anything.
That for you, big brute. We only needed the one barrel. One.
Maybe if you'd told me that before, we'd have a mine to go and loot.
You're the ass with the giant cannon. You should know how explosives work.
Friends, we have more than enough gunpowder to solve this problem.
Won't work.
Oh, now you know what to do with the black powder, sure.
I know them.
Leave him be and grab a shovel, Achaia.
Take the shovel yourself. I'll keep the watch. Wasn't built for manual labor.
Don't you dare doze off like last time.
That means she will doze off then. Interesting.
Huh? As if this day couldn't get any worse.
Can't go any worse. Hopefully I don't blow that up.
Speak freely.
Oh?
He killed them.
How might I assist?
That's not very helpful.
A question, Watcher?
Die quite easy.
I can scarcely believe it.
Beyond seek.
I have to waste a turn to switch that buck. I'll switch over there, I
A
think.
question, Watcher?
A bit better than that.
What's a good word, Scuttler?
Dealt with that guy. Yeah.
Knowing the Deadfire waters are short, a pirate hunter is worth 10 times its weight in pyres.
It has a sack of coins almost too heavy for her to bear. She sighs at being rid of it and returns her attention to her pipe.
Hate to say it, Scuttler, but I'm tapped out. My client's gone awfully quiet, so we're both better off sailing for the next horizon.
Clamps her teeth down on her pipe and sticks out her hand. You get pleasure doing business. Gotta live up. Nothing. Alright, I'm glad when this isn't weighing down my pack.
Always better to die clean than meddle in soulcraft, I say. Ugh.
Hefts a head under her arm and passes you payment.
I hope the holy man takes a lesson to his next life. Uamoru is my final assignment. This one is a special request from high places, Achaia.
Tips her head in the direction of the palace.
Uamoru is a pretender to the Kahanga throne. He thinks himself deserving of Serpent's crown, and is not above killing to wrest it away. One of the flowers sprouting from his head must have pierced his brain. His small but spirited resistance makes port on an island east of Magran's Teeth. Steer clear of his lion. They say that beast has a killing bite. Then the gods truly did not want Uamoru to lead the Kahanga. Pity he learned the hard way.
Yeah, I did kill him. Alright, tucks his head aside, blah 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 blah, alright.
You do good work, Hunter. But the bounties have dried up. That is a spring which time always replenishes in its course, I say.
Nice doing business, but yeah. There you go, see what I mean? Sometimes I just kill things either or something to get it, truth be told. Both of them are just
Even in this state, it is easy to see why Luminous Adra is so prized.
brand. He's had blood.
I found him like this. Why is your blade drawn?
Is that Pelagona?
You're crazy. Stay back.
What the